What if I told you? There's a beach on Earth that turns completely red. Not from blood, not from paint, but from a plant. Or a hole in the ground that's been on fire for over 50 years, and nobody has ever been able to put it out? You'd probably think I was making this up, right? But every place on this list is real, verified, photographed, standing exactly where we're about to take you. And here's the strange part. The deeper we go into this list, the harder it becomes to believe your own eyes. By the time we reach number 1, you won't just be surprised. You'll be questioning whether you're really looking at planet Earth at all. These are the 10 most beautiful and most unbelievable places on our planet, counting down from 10 to the single most impossible one. Let's begin. Our first 3 places prove that nature doesn't just create beauty. Sometimes it creates warnings, and sometimes it creates fire that refuses to die. Number 10, Panjin Red Beach, China. At first glance, it looks like the ground itself is bleeding. This is Panjin Red Beach on the Liaohe River Delta in northeastern China. And despite the name, there's almost no actual sand here at all. What you're looking at is a plant, a tiny seaweed called Sueda salsa, which grows across this wetland all year in a quiet green until autumn arrives. That's when something strange happens. As temperatures drop, the plant's chlorophyll begins to break down, and the entire marsh turns a deep blood red. Not in patches, not partially. The whole landscape, as far as you can see. It's the largest reed wetland on Earth, and it's also a sanctuary, home to hundreds of rare black-beaked gulls and red-crowned cranes, birds so endangered that most of the reserve is completely off-limits to visitors. Only a small section has a wooden walkway, built so you can walk directly into the red without ever touching the fragile ecosystem underneath your feet. Number 9, Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. Now imagine a crater the size of a football field, burning non-stop for over 50 years. This is the Darvaza crater in the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan, but almost everyone just calls it the Door to Hell. Here's how it happened. In the 1970s, Soviet engineers were drilling for oil when the ground beneath their rig suddenly collapsed into a massive underground cavern filled with natural gas. Fearing the gas would poison nearby villages, they made a decision that would outlive every single person involved. They lit it on fire, expecting it to burn out within a few weeks. It's still burning today. The crater drops 20 meters straight down, and at night the entire desert glows orange from kilometers away. Flames rising continuously from a hole that was never supposed to last this long. Only one person has ever climbed down to the bottom and walked across the burning floor. Wearing a heat-resistant suit, testing for microbial life that might somehow be surviving inside the flames. And now, be surviving inside the flames. And now, the fire may finally be coming to an end. Turkmenistan's government has ordered the crater sealed, meaning the flames that have burned for half a century could soon go dark forever. Number 8, Munnar, Kerala, India. Not every wonder on this list roars or burns or bleeds. Some simply wait. High in the Western Ghats mountains of southern India sits Munnar, a town so quiet, so untouched by time, that locals say it hasn't aged in over a century. Endless tea plantations roll across the hillsides in perfect green waves, wrapped in a mist so constant that the mountains seem to disappear and reappear as you drive through them. But Munnar hides something even stranger, a flower called the Nila Kurinji. This flower blooms exactly once every 12 years. For 11 years and 11 months, the hillsides show no sign it even exists. Then for a few short weeks, the entire mountainside turns violet. Every slope, every valley covered in a color most people will only see once or twice in their entire lifetime. The next bloom is already being counted down by locals who have been waiting since the last one. The next 3 places will make you question something deeper. How much of what looks unnatural is actually the most natural thing on Earth? Number 7, Cappadocia, Turkey. City hidden beneath it. Picture this. You're walking across open ground in the middle of Turkey, and beneath your feet, hidden for centuries, lies an entire city. Not a few tunnels, not a basement, a city, 18 floors deep. It's called Derinkuyu, and ancient inhabitants carved it directly into soft volcanic rock, deep enough to shelter tens of thousands of people, hiding from invading armies who never even knew they were standing on top of an entire civilization. But that's not what Cappadocia is famous for. Above ground, cone-shaped stone towers rise out of the earth. Locals call them fairy chimneys. They weren't built. They were carved by wind and water over millions of years, out of ash left behind by ancient volcanic eruptions. Early Christians didn't just admire this landscape. They carved entire churches into it, monasteries, chapels, frescoes that have survived since the 4th century, hidden inside solid stone. And today, every single morning, over 100 hot air balloons rise silently above this alien landscape, turning the sky into one of the most photographed sunrises on the planet. If you visit now, you can even sleep inside it. Entire boutique hotels have been carved into these same ancient caves. Luxury, hidden inside rock that's older than most civilizations. If this video amazed you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating documentaries. Number 6, Banff National Park, in Canada. Natural hot springs hidden on the slopes of a mountain. That accidental discovery became Canada's very first national park, and the 3rd oldest national park in the entire world. But the real mystery of Banff isn't the springs. It's the water. Lake Louise, Moraine Lake. Both glow an impossible turquoise blue, a color so intense, so unnatural looking that visitors often assume it's been artificially dyed. It hasn't. The color comes from something called rock flour, microscopic glacial silt, ground so fine it stays suspended in the water, reflecting only blue and green light back to your eyes. And Banff hides another secret most tourists never notice. Giant vegetated bridges built directly over the highway, allowing grizzly bears, wolves, and elk to cross safely without ever touching the road below. An entire wildlife highway system, built quietly above the human one. If a place like this, hidden in plain sight, is surprising you, you're going to want to see what's coming in the next 5. Stay with us because the next spot is where things start getting genuinely hard to believe. Number 5. Antelope Canyon, Arizona, USA. There isn't a single antelope inside Antelope Canyon. Nobody's entirely sure why the name stuck. What is certain is this: few places on Earth were carved this precisely by nothing but water and wind. Located on Navajo land in Arizona, this canyon was formed over thousands of years by flash floods tearing through soft sandstone, twisting the rock into smooth, wave-like curves. At certain times of day, beams of sunlight cut directly down through narrow openings above, illuminating the canyon walls in a way that looks almost staged, almost impossible, but is completely natural. You can only enter with a guided tour. The same floods that carved this beauty over thousands of years can still fill the canyon in minutes without warning. What if I told you the next 2 places proved that some of the most terrifying looking structures on Earth are also some of the safest? Ruyi Bridge, China. At 140 meters above a ravine, this bridge looks like something built for a movie set, not for actual foot traffic. Located in Xinyuzhai Valley in China's Jiangxi province, the Ruyi Bridge is made almost entirely of glass, a completely transparent walkway suspended directly over open air. Below your feet, nothing but a sheer drop into the valley, and a view of the surrounding hills that most photographers spend years trying to capture from a helicopter. Every single panel is engineered to hold multiple tons of weight, but that knowledge rarely stops your legs from shaking the first time you step onto it. Number 3, Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Now imagine a place so flat, so vast, so perfectly smooth, that space agencies actually use it to calibrate their satellites. This is Salar de Uyuni, the largest salt flat on Earth. Over 10,000 square kilometers of pure white salt, left behind after prehistoric lakes evaporated thousands of years ago. 10 billion tons of salt, sitting in one place. But here's what almost nobody knows. Beneath that white crust lies somewhere between 50 and 70% of the entire planet's known lithium reserves, the exact element inside your phone battery, and inside every electric car on the road today. And then, for a few months each year, something happens that turns this place into pure magic. Between January and March, a thin layer of rainwater settles across the salt, and the entire flat becomes the largest natural mirror on Earth. The horizon disappears. The sky above and the ground below become impossible to tell apart. People walking across it look like they're floating in midair. Locals have taken this even further, building hotels, furniture, even sculptures, entirely out of compressed salt blocks pulled straight from the ground beneath them. And rising out of this endless white sea are rocky islands covered in cactus, some over 30 feet tall, over 100 years old, growing in a place where almost nothing else survives. Number 2, Zhangjiajie, China. Designing the floating mountains for Avatar, he didn't invent them, he found them. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, in the mountains of China's Wulingyuan district, contains over 3,000 narrow stone pillars, some rising more than 200 meters into the sky. On foggy mornings, the mist swallows the lower half of each pillar completely, and what's left looks exactly like it did in the film, mountains floating detached from the earth itself. These pillars took millions of years to form, as water and wind slowly stripped away the softer rock, leaving only the hardest stone standing. And the park isn't finished surprising you. It's home to the highest outdoor elevator on the planet, lifting visitors 326 meters straight up a sheer cliff face. Then just when you think you've seen everything, you reach a glass bridge, suspended between two cliffs, with a completely transparent floor. Beneath your feet, nothing but open air and a drop of hundreds of meters straight down. Most visitors don't make it across without stopping at least once. Number 1, the underwater waterfall, Mauritius. And here it is, the single most unbelievable place on this entire list. Off the southwestern coast of Mauritius near Le Morne, there's an aerial photograph that has confused people for over a decade, an image that appears to show an entire island being pulled underwater, draining into the ocean like water down a plug hole. It isn't real, at least not in the way it looks. What you're actually seeing is an optical illusion, created by sand and silt being pushed along underwater slopes by ocean currents, creating the appearance of a waterfall plunging into the deep. There is no hole, no drain, no island being swallowed. But from a seaplane, at the right angle in the right light, it is without question one of the most convincing illusions nature has ever produced. proof that even something completely explainable, secondo, can still look utterly impossible. 10 places, 10 reasons to question what natural really means. A beach that bleeds red, a fire that's outlived generations, a flower that waits 12 years to bloom, a mirror the size of a country, and an island that only looks like it's disappearing into the sea. Every one of them is real, sitting exactly where we found them, waiting for someone to finally believe it. So tell us, which one on this list shocked you the most? And which place do you think deserves to be on the next one?